The transition from Malayalam to Tamil would have been smooth, but how is it adapting to Telugu?
I didn't find it much difficult because the kind of characters which I got in Telugu, be it Aina Ishtam, the first Telugu movie, and Nenu Sharja, but Nenu Sharja is releasing first. Both these are very simple characters which you could find even in Malayalam movies or Tamil movies. So nothing much different from that.
Yeah.
So and be it even the language, I found it very easy because I know Tamil, and because Tamil and Telugu, the sentence construction is more or less the same. So I just have to swap words.
Right.
So and in the sets, all of them can talk Tamil. So that's one main thing, which helps me a lot. So I've had a smooth travel all along.
Right. So you entered the industry quite early, as a child actress, and your parents, your mom Menaka has been a top heroine. From your mom, did you get lessons about how to behave, how to be in the industry?
Definitely,
how
yes.
to work?
But it was just in the starting. I remember my first day when I was going for my shoot for this movie Geetanjali in Malayalam. All she told me was just two things: be punctual and be disciplined. You should value everyone, be it the unit boy, the workers, every technician, till the director, everyone in the same way. Make sure that you see them all in the same way. So these were the only two things she said, and my dad was like, "You better behave." So those were the only things that she told me. And after every movie, it's not that I go and tell them every day what's happening. Because I hardly meet them, but I make sure I update them once in a while. And then after that, I've never got any advice. Those are just two advice they gave me.
Yeah. So how did you make this decision to actually be an actor when you actually did fashion designing as a professional course?
I never decided it myself, this all just happened just like that. I was doing my course, my third year, and I had an exchange program, so I was in London. So at that time is when Priyan uncle I call him, he's my dad's close friend. So he called me up saying, know what, I'm doing this movie called Geetanjali, you are the heroine in that, so it's a double role and all that. I was like, what are you even saying? I'm just studying, it's my third year, I have 1 more year left. It was a 4-year course. So I was like, no, it's okay, you just come back and we'll just work on it. I was like, I kind of didn't understand the kind of trust that he had on me. I was like, what does he even think? What does he even have in his mind,
Yeah.
So then we got back and we just started working on the project. And I entered the industry only because it was him. My dad and mom, both of them, they wanted me to complete my studies and then think about this. And cinema is not something where, my dad just can't produce a movie just for me.
Yeah.
I've asked him, will you produce a movie for me? So he'll be like, I can't take that risk. So what they say is it has to come to you. It's not something you go and search for.
Yeah.
So it has to come to you. And luckily that happened. And it's only because it was Priyan uncle, he being dad's close friend. So my dad accepted. Okay, be it third year, somehow managed to do it. And so then that's how it started. And my college supported a lot. So that was one good thing.
Right. So what are the discussions like with your parents when you actually pick a script or are going to a script? Do they get involved?
They do, of course. Because once I I make sure that I filter out the best ones out of what I get, and the best ones might probably the ones about which I discuss to them. So once I get to know, I do discuss with them, and at first they used to listen to the stories because I was at college, I used to be busy, and so they used to listen it for me and they used to narrate it to me, my mom. But later even she found it difficult to narrate it, to listen it to it, then narrate it to me. So I thought, okay, fine, I'll listen it by myself. So then what happened is I started taking over, and now I just tell them the mood of the story. Now once I started taking over, all they want is They just want to know the mood of the movie, and they want to watch it on the screen. So they don't want to listen it from me. So I'm like, okay. So they ask me, are you confident about this project? Are you okay with this project? And that's all.
Right. Are there any compliments Ma'am Menaka has given you after watching any film?
Very rarely, both of them give, because I think the first proper compliment I got was after she watched this movie Dinamai, my first Tamil movie. So that's my first movie I've watched with her sitting beside me. So I was quite tensed, and by the interval she was like, I'm glad you've done well. So that was one thing she told me, because both my Malayalam movies, both of them they watched, and they watched the first day night show, and were like, it's okay, you've done a good job, okay. That's all they say.
Kollam.
Korpala.
Korpalla.
Okay, so that's the thing they say, because